Hello friends, I am back to you with another important video today. As you know, I am giving guidance for students who come to me for studies abroad. And many students who come to me for studies have asked me questions about credit transfers. Now credit transfer, it's a very important topic, but a student who is doing schooling in home country and want to go abroad for bachelor study, they don't have to worry about this. But if someone who has done bachelor's degree or a master degree and want to go abroad for studies, then this credit transfer system is very important for them. So today in my video, I'm going to give you a detail about how the credit transfer system works. So if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing to my channel. And this is, as it is an important topic, please go through the full video, and if you like it, hit the like button and then share the video with as many friends as you can, so that a great many aspirants will be benefited by this new video. So today I'll be talking to you about the credit transfer system of Europe with specific reference to Germany. Now, why the credit transfer system? It's just because of the global education scenario. See, there are students, or many of us, maybe we will be doing our schooling in one country, the bachelor degree in another country, master degree may be still in another country, and then the PhD may be in some other country. So each country has an education system. Each country has an education system and evaluation system. So when you move from a home country to another country, you will be evaluated on the parameters of the country to which you are moving. So if you're from India and you're moving to Germany, then Germany, they do the assessment of the educational qualification that you have based on the system that they have in Germany, because you are going to continue your education to the next level in that country. So they have to make sure that there is a kind of equivalency in what you're going to do. So the global scenario of education has made it compulsory to have this credit transfer system. Now, credit transfer, when I say about credit transfer, we should not confuse it with grading. See, grading is entirely different thing. Grading is about the performance of a student in a course or in a subject. Like, for example, when you have the American system, or countries which have the American system being followed for the education, then they have the grading as GPA. Maybe in the UK, we have the percentage system. In Germany, they have a grading system. So this credit transfer is not grading. Probably I'll do a video on grading at a later period. But credit transfer is a different thing. Now, when you look at credit transfer, in Europe they call it ECTS, European Credit Transfer System. In US they call it credit hours. So credit hours means it is the contact hours for a subject or a course or the classes. But when it comes to ECTS, the European Credit Transfer System is, ECTS measures the amount of time and the work invested by a student in a subject or in a course. So there is a slight difference between the US credit hours and the European ECTS. Now, ECTS, this credit transfer is used by universities in Europe to easily compare the international education qualification. So when a student applies to a university in Europe, especially in Germany, then they assess the qualification based on the ECTS. Now, specific number of credit points are allotted to each module completed successfully. So if you don't complete a module or a subject successfully, then these credit points are not awarded to you. But if you have successfully complete a module or a subject, then they award you a specific number of points, which they call it credit points or Kreditpunkte in German, KP, or Leistungspunkte, which is LP. Now, normally one ECTS is equal to 25 to 30 hours of workload in a subject. So that is the normal parameters when we calculate ECTS. Now, there are two ways the ECTS calculation is being done. One is the ECTS for a bachelor degree or a master degree. The other one is ECTS calculation for a particular subject. Now, ECTS calculation for a course or a bachelor degree, it's very easy. See, normally in Germany, when you do a 3-year degree program, then normally you have 180 ECTS for that program, which means per year, 60 ECTS. When you do a 7-semester bachelor degree in Germany, then you have 210 ECTS. When you do a 4-year degree in Germany, then you have 240 ECTS. So it's very easy to calculate that way. When you do a master degree, then you complete your master degree sometimes with 90 ECTS, sometimes with 120 ECTS. So this is the normal parameters by which ECTS for a course or a degree is being calculated, which is very easy. So normally if a person who has done his 3-year degree in a home country and is moving to Germany, the normal assumption is that he or she has 180 ECTS. If someone with an engineering degree in a home country with 4-year degree, then the normal calculation is that the person has 240 ECTS when he moves to Germany. But there are other catches in that. That is a very easy aspect of ECTS calculation. But when it comes to the subjects, then the subject calculation is, as I said earlier, specific number of points are allotted to each module successfully completed. Now there is an assessment being done in all these process. Now what are the occasions in which probably this ECTS calculation is needed for a student who is aspiring to go to Germany for studies? Number one could be probably a student who is doing a bachelor degree in home country, which is a 6-semester program. So after completing the 4 semesters, probably the students would like to go abroad for studies, for a bachelor degree again abroad. So he has done 4 semesters in India, he has to complete 2 more semesters, but after the 4th semester he wants to move to Germany. Then they calculate the ECTS. Now what is going to happen there is that you have done 4 semesters in India. Now they will evaluate where your 4 semester study in India is going to be equivalent to the 4 semester study in a bachelor program in Germany, or is it equivalent to 3 semester study in Germany or 2 semesters study in Germany. So based on that, they will do the ECTS assessment and then they will tell you, you can start at a higher semester at this semester. Or there could be other occasions, probably you have completed your bachelor degree in your home country and then you want to move to Germany. Then again what they do is, they will look at your grade. Suppose your grade is very low, then it is very difficult for you to get an admission for a master program in Germany. So then what the students will do is, then they will apply for a bachelor degree in Germany and then they will apply for a higher semester for the bachelor degree in Germany. So based on the study they have done, even though the grades are low, since they cannot get an admission for a master degree, they want to go for the bachelor degree and then move to a master degree in Germany. So they will assess, they will do the ECTS calculation and then will let us know that probably you can start at this higher semester in the bachelor program in Germany. Sometimes you have done your engineering degree in a home country, but you find that okay, technical track is not yours, so you want to move to a management track. So you want to apply for an MBA program or a management program in Germany. So probably some of the universities will tell you, if you have done an engineering program, if you want to come directly for a master program in management, then in our curriculum we need you to do so many credits of management subject during your engineering study. So they will assess whether you have done so many credits of management study in your engineering degree. If you have not done that, then they will ask you to complete that to get the admission for that. Sometimes we have done a bachelor degree. The name and the content of the bachelor degree is going to be similar in home country and in Germany. But what happens is, in some of the, especially in the licensed profession courses, like bachelor degree for a licensed profession, if you have done the program in a home country, then Germany will have certain parameters. Anybody who does a program in a licensed profession, they need to go through these subjects, and the possibility is that many of us would not have done those programs when we do the bachelor degree in our country. So they will do the ECTS assessment and will let us know, no, you have to complete, maybe you have to do 1 more semester in our country, or you have to do these subjects in our country, and then we'll be able to get you admission for the master degree or for any other program, or to get a license itself, they will tell us that you have to do this. So these are some of the occasions the ECTS calculation is needed and the ECTS calculation is done. Now how is it done? If you look at North America, there is an organization called WES, W-E-S, World Education Services. So if you apply to a university in Canada or US, this WES is a credential evaluation organization. So if you send your educational qualification to a university in Canada or in US, they will in turn send it to WES, to the credential evaluation agency, and that agency will look at the equivalency. They will say, okay, so your home country qualification have these many credit points in our country. So that's how in US it is done. But in Germany it is done differently. In Germany, when you apply to a university, universities do that differently. When you apply to a university in Germany, then sometimes one university will do, once you do the application, a university will do the assessment immediately and will let you know, no, you have to do this subject of these many credits in order to get admission to the university. Some of the universities won't do that immediately. They will ask you, you start your program in our country, if you are applying for a master program, but then there is a doubt about the ECTS, then they will ask you, you start your bachelor program, but we will decide in which higher semester you will be studying, but we will let you know after you come over to Germany, because sometimes they don't do the assessment just because students apply to different universities. They invest their time and everything to assess the qualification, and then they will say, okay, you can get admitted for this semester. Sometimes the students may not join. So they don't want to waste their time for that. So they will say, you come to our country, we give you admission, but to which semester, that we will decide after you come over here. So this also happens. So these are some of the ways in Germany how ECTS calculation is being done and how they do it. If a university has done these calculations, now how do you make sure that you complete those processes? There are a few ways in which you can do that. See, sometimes some of the universities will tell you, we give you an admission for a master program, but since you have not completed this module of these many credits, you have to do that when you come to Germany, or when you join our university, when you continue a master degree, within 1 year or within one semester, you have to make sure that you complete these modules of so many credits. Now, how a student will do that? The university will tell him or tell her that you join the master degree program, and as the classes for the master degree goes, you will go for that particular subject to the bachelor degree group, and you will sit with that group for that subject alone, and then you will be continuing. So you have to complete that within one semester or within 2 semesters, maybe 2 modules you have to do. So you will complete all those things. Sometimes some will some of the universities will tell us, no, you have to complete it before you join for the master degree program. So what do you do? And that is where we have a chance to look at online platforms. See, there are online platforms like Coursera, edX, and other things. So you can take specific course which is consistent with the ECTS calculation in Germany, and then you take the online course there, and once you complete that, and then you send the certificate to them, then they do the evaluation and they will tell you, okay, you have done it, so you can move to the master's degree. So these are some of the ways in which the problems of ECTS can be handled based on the assessment given by a German university. So in this video, what I've been trying to give you is, credit transfer system is very important in the world education scenario. So when we move for a bachelor degree, when we move for a master degree or a PhD from one home country to another country, these are some of the things that we need to keep in mind. Now, how do they calculate the ECTS? Is basically based on the transcripts. See, when you apply to a university in Germany, we send our certificate, we send our mark sheet, also we send our transcripts. Now, transcripts, it mentions which are the modules in that, how many credits for that module, how many hours the student has invested in that. So based on these things, they will do the evaluation. And sometimes what happens is, maybe the course content, the course name is going to be same, the module name is going to be the same, but the contents are going to be different. So they will not accept it. If you have done a subject and your grade is very low, and when you apply for that, even though the content is same, the subject, the module, everything is same, but still they will not award you any credit points. So these are some of the tricky situations the students will face. But then this information is going to be very useful to you, because sometimes I have seen students coming to me and telling me, I want to go to Germany, but then my grades are low. So is it possible for me to go to Germany? So here are the options for you. Or if I want to move in between, what are the options? Here are the options for you. So I hope this video is going to be very helpful to you when you are looking at moving to Germany for studies. So if you like this video, please do share with your friends. Until my next video, goodbye.